Being a small YouTuber on this platform in 2021 has to be one of the most thankless jobs it is right now, apart from maybe, I don't know, an Amazon warehouse worker. And with every single year, it seems like YouTube are making it harder and harder for us to grow and for anyone to even see our videos. And as you can imagine, as part of my job as a YouTuber, I do a lot of digging into the algorithm, trying to spot patterns and see how it works. And even though we may never truly understand what's going on under the hood, we may as well try and see exactly what the results of it are and how to best exploit it. And over the past few years, I have seen some very dangerous trends regarding how exactly the algorithm works for smaller YouTubers, and also just some very weird moves from YouTube that just shows that at this point, well, it's almost impossible to actually grow on YouTube. And YouTube themselves seem to have very little regard for us small YouTubers, because the treatment towards us has been getting very questionable as of late. And I know what you might be saying. You're saying that I'm just bitter and that these are all just baseless claims, but there's definitely a lot of truth in it, and I have the evidence. So let's go over all of it right now. Starting off with some of the ways I've seen the algorithm change for the worst when it comes to us small YouTubers in the past few years. And one of the more interesting things I spotted is exactly how the YouTube homepage works now. Because the YouTube homepage doesn't really recommend channels you're subscribed to or channels you watch constantly, like every single video soon after it comes out. Instead, the homepage now mainly focuses on recommending content that's similar to the content you watch. For example, on the same topic, or even some meta content, so content talking about the YouTuber you like instead of recommending you videos about that liked YouTuber. Now, on the surface, that might sound like a great thing, right? Because instead of just recommending you tons of videos from YouTubers you already want, it instead recommends other videos you might like, and many of them may come from smaller YouTubers, right? Well, yes and no. This change to the YouTube homepage has its pros and cons, and one of the biggest cons for us small YouTubers is that we're still super outmatched when it comes to, the chances of our videos actually being seen. Because as you can imagine, the YouTube algorithm still way prefers to put much bigger YouTubers, even if the smaller YouTubers' content is more likely to be something that the viewer may like. And naturally, another issue is that if you're privileged enough to even have any active subscribers on your channel, which is still very difficult to pull off nowadays, then they are less likely to find your videos, because even if they like you a lot and watch your videos, if they watch too many of your videos, and especially if they mainly get your videos from the YouTube homepage, then one day they might just stop watching you because YouTube just isn't pushing your videos to them anymore via the homepage. And now instead, YouTube places all the videos are guaranteed to like in the recommended section of a YouTube video. So, all those videos you see to the right of another video you're currently watching, that's where all the people you're subscribed to and all the people you binge watch go now. But now let's talk about something else that YouTube has completely messed up in the past, and that's the trending and discovery section of YouTube. Something that YouTube has been trying to expand, and from the start, trending was never meant to be for us smaller YouTubers. It was always meant for YouTubers who are already pretty big and already have a pretty high chance of one of their videos going viral. That's fine, not every feature has to be tailored to small YouTubers or whatever, or provide a way for small YouTubers to be noticed. The trending tab existing is completely fine. I have no issue with that. But in the past few years, YouTube have done a few things to try and reinvigorate the whole, discovery and trending, or whatever they're calling it today. Firstly, they've been featuring some smaller YouTubers that have been doing well recently and have been really growing in popularity. Again, that might sound good, but again, that's only for YouTubers already lucky enough to be growing in popularity. So even though the Discovery tab can give you a bit more of a boost there, it also requires you to be doing well as a creator in the first place, which is also extremely difficult to achieve nowadays. And of course, it maybe recommend like 1 or 2 different YouTubers a day, so it's not really giving a platform for too many YouTubers. But also, YouTube doesn't tailor what kind of small YouTubers you may see in that tab. So you may see people there who do videos on something you're completely not interested in, thus further reducing the chances that even if you do get on there, you may find a YouTuber you may enjoy, and thus boosting their channel even further. So again, not a very efficient way to get more small YouTubers seen. And that's one of the more confusing things about the whole Discovery tab right now, because people have been asking for a proper discovery search feature in YouTube for ages now. A way where you can simply just say what kind of interest you like, and YouTube may provide you with a whole list of various videos and YouTubers you may like, including a lot of small ones. A lot of people have been asking for that for ages now, yet somehow it's still nowhere to be seen, which is like, why? It's just giving the viewer more ways to find videos they like, And that, after all, is still in YouTube's best interest, to provide the kind of videos to the user that they may end up watching. So why on earth they don't add a proper discovery feature? I have absolutely no idea. So as it is right now, the feature only benefits a few already very lucky individuals, while the rest of us that, like Ninja, aren't seeing a lot of movement, well, we're still left in the dust. But then, on the horizon, we saw a new hope, something that could finally give us a chance to differentiate ourselves and to finally grow on the platform. A whole new world of possibilities and ways to exploit the algorithm, and that is YouTube's TikTok ripoff, YouTube Shorts. Now, it may sound like an inconsequential feature for many people, but when it first came out, so many YouTubers tried to jump on it and try to analyze how it works, because it's a brand new feature that YouTube has been very quiet about in regards to what exactly the algorithm wants for YouTube Shorts to be promoted. It's still a very new and very wild landscape when it comes to YouTube Shorts, and many people have been trying to see exactly what they can do to fully benefit from YouTube Shorts. But once again, we have seen that YouTube Shorts aren't really a good way for small YouTubers to gain exposure either. So once again, this super promising feature is not really that useful to us. However, what's even better, or rather worse about YouTube Shorts, is that it's shown two massive ways that YouTube is really messing with us small YouTubers right now. And the things it exposed about YouTube are pretty huge. Firstly, because YouTube are still doing a lot of tweaking to the algorithm for YouTube Shorts, it has shown us exactly how easy for them it is to open the floodgates to your channel, and they simply just flat out refuse to do it. Because, for example, look at some of the performance of my shorts. They seem to do pretty awfully at first, then all of a sudden they're doing extremely well not even for a YouTube Shorts, but even compared to my normal videos, and then just kind of falls off again. So why on earth could that be? Why on earth could these shorts be randomly getting these massive spikes of views followed by nothing? Well, because again, YouTube are still experimenting with the algorithm for it. And the shorts from many other YouTubers have shown a very similar pattern, with some just getting random spikes here and there because of YouTube just, once again, opening those floodgates. And that just shows exactly how easy it would be for YouTube to grant that extra exposure to your channel. Because what this shows is that they've shown my YouTube Shorts to people interested enough to click on it, but then despite that, they just closed up the floodgates. So it clearly shows people are interested in it, but YouTube still refuses to give that short or anything else on my channel more exposure, even though all of this shows that if you just have a good enough video or short and YouTube just simply gives enough exposure, the people will come. So it just completely baffles my mind that YouTube still completely refuses to open its floodgates for these kind of videos, even though it shows exactly how easy it would be, and it shows exactly how much better off my channel would be if they would do it, but they simply refuse to. Just why? Another insulting kick in the crotch when it comes to YouTube Shorts has been the YouTube Shorts Fund, which I talked about recently in a YouTube Shorts, ironically. And that's basically a program started by YouTube to give away millions of dollars to YouTubers who create YouTube Shorts. That sounds pretty great, right? It'd be a way for YouTubers to help finance their channel, and it just makes more people want to create YouTube Shorts and create better YouTube Shorts. However, there is a big catch to it, because the only people who should be getting money out of this fund are people who create the most viewed YouTube Shorts. So you can guess what kind of demographic that is. It's people who are already successful on YouTube and they have a following that will watch their YouTube Shorts no matter what it is. Like, they could do a YouTube Shorts that just silence for 5 seconds and they would still watch it, and it'd still get enough views for them to get money from the YouTube Shorts Fund. And I know the argument that some people will be saying, well, it makes sense because YouTube is only trying to award the highest quality YouTube Shorts. Because after all, isn't quality the main thing that may make a video do well? And all I have to say to that is, I would love to live in your dream world, but sadly that's not how reality works right now on YouTube. The quality of the video has had little to do with exactly how well the video does for some time now, but with YouTube Shorts, it's even more of just such a grey area when it comes to how much exactly quality is supposed to affect its performance. Because after all, YouTube Shorts are supposed to mimic TikTok quality, aka garbage. And the kind of stuff that does well on YouTube Shorts or TikTok, can you really say that's quality? What even is quality when talking about this kind of meaningless content? Like, the concept of quality is just so bizarre in that area that you can't really say that high quality stuff will get the money from the YouTube Shorts fund, because you really can't define high quality in that space. And most certainly a lot of high quality stuff is being made but not really shown, while a whole bunch of low quality TikTok-like stuff is being made and is being shown a lot. So that argument completely does not work when it comes to YouTube Shorts. And that's not even the worst of it, because sure, it's all making it way more difficult for us to grow our channels if it wasn't hard enough already, but the attitude that YouTube has recently had towards small YouTubers has been so annoying and patronizing and condescending, it's insane, and just really shows that they really don't think too highly of us. Firstly, it's the way they've been recently trying to handle the whole YouTuber burnout epidemic. Oop, I should probably not be saying the word epidemic right around now, but oh well. Because their foolproof solution to this problem is to release a YouTube Creator Academy course about burnout. What on earth is that kind of course supposed to teach someone about avoiding burnout? I don't think anyone will be convinced not to quit their career on YouTube because their channel isn't really doing well, just because of some words typed up by some YouTube intern. It's literally the equivalent of one of those posters that just says, "You can do it" on it. Now granted, those posters exist for a reason, and that reason is that some people fall for it, and some people do get a certain boost of self-esteem just from seeing that kind of thing, and that kind of YouTube creator course may work on some people. However, we can probably all agree that it's a pretty bad and condescending way of trying to solve this issue. Because here's a fun fact, YouTube, do you know what actually motivates creators? It's growth. Who doesn't love seeing all the hard work pay off? Who doesn't love seeing their channel finally going places? And who doesn't like feeling like they haven't wasted the last 8 years of their life creating a YouTube channel that's still struggling to get even 100 views on a single video? I wanna cry. But as you can probably see, YouTube is kind of completely oblivious to that, and instead is trying to motivate the creators not to quit YouTube by telling them to take regular breaks and stuff like that, instead of doing anything to actually convince them that the pursuit of YouTube is worthwhile. Another thing that shows exactly how little they trust us is that recently they have been experimenting with removing dislikes from videos, making them completely private so you nor your viewers could see it. Like what? Exactly how sensitive do YouTube think we are? Now I do get that that's beneficial in some areas. Dislike bombing is a very big issue on YouTube and can help reassure viewers that a video is still of high quality even if it has been dislike bombed. And my channel hasn't dislike bombed a lot, so in theory that kind of feature could help out my channel and it could allow more viewers to have more confidence in my channel. But on the other hand, come on, it's just such a patronizing move. And that's not even the best part. The best part is that YouTube has recently even began to hide comments from a YouTuber from their own videos that may be, you know, considered insulting. And you literally have to press a button giving your consent to see those comments before you can even say if you want to, you know, approve or delete them. Excuse me? Literally, how much more patronizing can you get than that? Literally hiding comments from us because they may be mean and hurt our feelings. So all of that clearly shows that YouTube really does not have much faith in us small YouTubers, while at the same time not giving us any opportunities to grow. So it's a lose-lose for everyone, right? And just makes the whole thing feel so much more pointless. Like we aren't really achieving anything, and yet YouTube still wonders why it has a YouTuber burnout problem. Now thankfully I'm one of those people who doesn't do burnouts, even though my channel isn't doing that well, I'm not giving up anytime soon, so we'll be stuck on this long depressing voyage together for a very, very long time. Oh boy. So if you want to make my journey on YouTube a tad less miserable, then hey, maybe check out my Patreon, because even $1 a month goes a long way in helping on my channel and allows us to make way better videos along with videos on way more interesting topics. I'd also love to thank my existing patrons Gavin Burns, Ryan LKP, Meg Sumner, Blade Rake, and Shane Allcroft. Thank you guys so much, your support truly goes a long way. That's gonna be down in the video description below, along with other cool stuff like a Discord server if you want to talk to me about this or maybe a less depressing topic, and also our social media as well. But anyway, that's what it is, so I hope you enjoy this video. If you did, remember to subscribe, like, whatever, and I'll see you all in whatever I make next. Goodbye everyone, goodbye.